Veterans re-entering civilian life face many challenges, including finding a job. Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Welcome to this edition of Military Makeover, Operation Career. Today, inspirational stories of former servicemen and women who have reinvented themselves and are thriving at companies who value their unique skills. We begin in the heart of Southern California, exploring a distinctive and inclusive institution of higher learning, the University of La Verne. For more than 130 years, the University of La Verne has prepared students for a lifetime of personal and professional success. With a global alumni network of over 89,000, it still takes a distinctive personalized approach to ensure that each student receives the guidance and support they need to thrive. And that includes military service members, veterans, and their families.
I was in the Army National Guard. I retired after almost 21 and a half years. I was an instructor for the last 9.5 years, teaching basic military police, senior leadership, and advanced leadership.
I served in the United States Air Force from 2002 to 2010. Security Forces, military police, deployed to Iraq in 2005. I was actually in the Air Force's delayed enlistment program in 2001, and during my senior year of high school, we actually watched the towers fall in class, and that was a very impactful part of my enlistment story.
I was military police my whole entire career. When 9/11 happened, we were all on high alert, and 2 weeks later we ended up going on a mission to go guard aircraft over in Qatar. And then I deployed again 2004 to 2005 to Iraq. And then I deployed again 2007, 2008 to Fallujah, Iraq. And then I deployed again 2010 to 2011 to Camp Clark, Afghanistan.
La Verne is also a very nice, sort of tight-knit community. It has a very distinct identity out here in the eastern San Gabriel Valley. It's close to Los Angeles to be accessible to it, but far enough away that it has sort of its own sort of unique feeling separate from the city.
University of La Verne has a strong culture of care. The staff, the faculty, and the students have bought into this idea that we are a community, and for this community to succeed, we have to care about each other. And the way that that looks like is that we know who you are. We will know you by name. You're not going to be just a number.
And because the military students became so deeply embedded in La Verne's culture, particularly in the 1940s, very early on, La Verne College realized that there was a strong need to educate veterans and active military as well, to sort of meet the students where they are. The oldest record that we have in the archives shows that the first military school or campus that the University of La Verne opened was outside Santa Barbara in the 1940s, just during World War II. We worked very closely with the Veterans Administration to make sure that the classes that students were taking aligned with the requirements of the GI Bill of Rights, the Servicemen's Readjustment Act, passed in 1944 and then periodically updated over time.
One of the biggest challenges for my transition out of the military was actually the process of becoming a civilian, which was difficult because it essentially gave me, from the time the paperwork settled in March to July 1st, for me to land on my feet as a civilian and find civilian employment, be able to, make sure that we can pay the bills and do everything that we need to do to support a young family, going from wearing a uniform every day to now the uncertainty of after.
When you get out of the military and you get out of that role that you're so used to for almost 21 years, you're just trying to find your purpose and trying to find your place, and it's really hard.
When you think about the lived experience of veterans and active duty students, it's uniquely different from the traditional college student. So for them, it's important to create a space where they can come, be themselves, find people who understand their experience.
Being a military-friendly university was obviously one of the draws for me to want to come to University of La Verne. And reading about it is one thing, but seeing it in action is another thing.
Whenever these veteran students find each other in class, they always motivate each other to succeed. They're there to build each other up. And so as a result, I think having veteran students not only makes them motivate each other to learn better and to lead in the classroom, it also has a positive effect on all of our other students who maybe have no connection to the military whatsoever. They see that these professional adults, people who have been out in the world, are coming back to get an education at La Verne and sort of model what successful student experience looks like.
The 4 core values of the university are ethical reasoning, lifelong learning, diversity and inclusivity, and civic and community engagement. They essentially are the guiding rods for us to develop individuals who go out and contribute to the world. So not just getting an education, but people who are going to make a difference and an impact in the lives of others.
I think the core values of the university align well with the core values that the military holds, specifically the United States Air Force. The core values in the Air Force were integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. And I see a lot of that on a day-to-day basis when I engage with the campus community.
La Verne also has a veteran student services department that works very closely with the VA, with DoD, to make sure that the educational offerings that we have align with the very high curriculum standards of the United States military. The Center for Veteran Student Success really is the interface between the university, between our veteran students, and the government and the military, and it ensures that we can cooperate as smoothly as possible in what has become a very, I think, successful relationship.
The advice that I would give to a veteran that is exploring their options post-military, once you get out of the military, the world is your oyster. You can explore any career path and any job, and the benefits that are afforded to you through the GI Bill allow you to study and become a subject matter in any field, so that way you do not have to be what you were, you can be what you want to be.
Take advantage of the breadth of curriculum that La Verne offers, the diverse array of subjects that they can learn about. See what works for you, see what your passion is, and then once you find that, the University of La Verne can help prepare you to make a living doing it.
We need you to come and find us because we will work with you and want to support you and do our best to make sure that you succeed. So find us.
Veteran status aside, the faculty go above and beyond at the University of La Verne to make sure that they know and have a relationship with their students and can do anything in their power to help them be successful along their track.
When I mention that this is a historical commitment to veterans, I don't mean that it lives in the past. I mean that it is something that is informed by where we've come from, but it is a value that we very much plan to carry into the future.
When I think about students coming to the University of La Verne, particular veterans, I want to give people that opportunity to move up, to move forward, to achieve the dreams, and get that opportunity that they weren't getting anywhere else or didn't feel that they had.